Okay. Um, well, we're doing it. We do it a little differently. Dang, Brady, that fro getting big. Everybody say, Fro Daddy. Oh, okay. That was a little weird. We're doing it a little different. Like I said, we'll do worship at the end. And for the bonfire, we break into small groups and kind of talk through and discuss stuff at our table with each other, which is super duper fun. So all that being said, how many of you guys have ever heard the term or the phrase, keep it 100? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you guys can move over to that table, since that would make the most sense. All right, who in here's heard the phrase "keep it 100"? Okay, everybody, I guess. Nobody raised their hand, but I'm gonna go with a big fat yeah. You haven't heard the phrase "keep it 100"? Okay. Miss Pointer says it all the time. Okay, so the phrase "keep it 100." Who in here would say you keep it 100? Okay, a few of you got me. You don't keep it 100. Look at you. He's trying. He wishes he kept it 100. He doesn't keep it 100. So I'm kind of old. Who in here? Who students in here? Who would say I'm old? Shut up, Philip. Okay, you would say I'm old. Dang. Shut up, mate. All right, so I guess I am old. So you can tell me if I'm correct on this, but I would assume, presume that the phrase keep it 100 means the same thing as what I call its daddy phrase, keeping it real. Is that, yeah? Okay. So yeah, keep it 100's daddy is keeping it real. And I like to keep it real. So you know what? We're going to try to keep it real 100 tonight. Last week we weren't here. We were at Fields of Faith, which was fun and good, but I'm about to test y'all. It's been a while. I'm about to test y'all anyway. So the theme of Bonfire 2018 is all about the great adventure of what? No. That was a really poor answer, Ricky Hall. No. The great adventure of getting to know God. Going out on the adventure of getting to know God. You guys are awesome. And to do that, we're looking at the 3 P's, which are disciplines on getting to know God. And the first P, which was part 1, is what? Somebody said prayer over here. Yeah, prayer. The second P is people, and the third P is passion. Prayer, people, and passion. Now, the last time we talked about prayer and its role of knowing God, and how many of you guys followed the challenge? And you don't have to raise your hand, but I challenged you guys at the end of that 2 weeks ago to pray. The challenge was to pray every day. Pray every day and see how it affected your attitude, your home, your school life, everything. And for those of you that did that, man, it's my hope and prayer that you feel closer to God than you did 2 weeks ago. And that maybe even you know more about God than you did 2 weeks ago. And for those of you that didn't, hey, hang in there. Like I talked about, getting to know God takes discipline. And it's tough. Discipline is something that a lot of people struggle with, but it takes discipline because discipline is required to continually do the things that lead to getting to know God. So last week's focus was on prayer. This week's on people. Before we jump right into our discussion, at your table, take 2 minutes, because you may be at a different table with different people this week. State your name and then answer the question. If you had $5, you only had $5 to go eat on, where would you go? So your name, and if you had $5 to go eat on, where would you go? Take 2 minutes. Hurry, hurry, hurry. 1 minute left. Hurry, hurry, hurry. 1 minute left. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Twenty seconds. 20 seconds. All right. All right, come back, come back. Come back, come back. All right, so McDonald's, Sonic, Wendy's, Taco Bell, Taco Bueno, Taco Mayo, Little Caesars. Anybody go choose something besides those? KFC. You nasty. KFC. Okay. Yeah. Beacon? Okay, I don't ever carry cash, but all right. Chick-fil-A. You ain't eating on $5. Watson ain't eating on $5. Watson ain't eating on $20. All right. Oh. All right, so come back to me. Come back to me. So tonight, oh, snap, I done got a message. Hey, good news. I'm invited to a Christmas gathering. Okay. So tonight we are talking about the discipline of people and how they can promote getting to know God. So everybody in here has at least one friend, probably way, way, way more. And last week we talked about how the best part of an adventure is not just like the action of the adventure, but it is the relationships that are made and grown through the adventure. That's most people don't tell stories of, man, I went and did this. It's always me and blah, 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 went and got into this. They make the best memories. People do. Relationships, they play a huge role in our lives and the things that we do and even getting to know God as well. So the first question that I would have for you is, would you say that there is something in all of us that wants to be known? Would you say that there is something in all of us that wants to be known, a desire for relationships? Talk about it amongst your table. Take a minute or two. All right, you got 30 seconds. 30 seconds, wrap it up. All right, come back to me. Come back to me. All right, so I'm not going to, last week I called on almost every table. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to pick one or two for a question. So table right in the middle. What did you guys come up with on the question? Would you say that there is something in all of us that wants to be known, a desire for relationships? What did you guys come up with as a table? Yes? I like it. Okay. What about you guys as a table? Yes. All right. Any tables come up with no? Yeah. All right. But if you remember 2 weeks ago, I said, because I asked a similar question right off the bat to this and a different topic, but stated kind of similar. I hate blanket statements because I think it's unfair to cast a blanket over a whole group of people. But if I had to choose, I would say that, yes, I do think that all people desire or want relationships and want to be known by somebody. Relationships play such a huge part in our emotions. From like the most happiest of moments usually come from people, and the most sad moments usually come from people. So they play a huge, huge, huge part. So whether it's true or not, although I think all of us agree that it is, what are some of the benefits that come from a positive relationship, and how can they lead to knowing God? What are some of the benefits that come from a positive relationship, and how can they lead to knowing God? Talk about it amongst your table. Take a few minutes. One minute. You got 1 minute. Twenty seconds. All right, come back to me. Come back to me. Dump's table. Dump. What'd you guys come up with? Okay. Okay. All right. Table in the back corner. What'd you guys come up with? Speak loud. Boom shakalaka. So, what are some of the benefits? Accountability and encouragement. And I guess the same answer for both questions, because I think it can be both. Okay. How about you guys? You guys? Okay, that sounds good. Mike? Okay. All right. Anybody that I didn't call on come up with anything that's worth being shared? Didn't mean that in a weird way, but just anything that was like, boom, really good? No? All right. Obviously, community is biblical, and community is a big deal. Having relationships is a big deal. And because it's such a big deal, man, it makes our selection of community and our selection of friends, the people that we choose, so important. Why? Well, a desire to be known, and have community and have relationships with people can sometimes be so important to somebody that they go wherever they find that community and wherever they find that connection and wherever they find that relationship, whether it be positive or negative. The desire for having that community, they will go wherever necessary to get that. And so you have to be super careful with that. Most people, especially teens and young adults, don't understand the impact or the way that one decision can really change and affect your life, especially the choice of wrong community. Y'all good back there? Okay, just making sure. So on top, and let me just say this: that table right back there, y'all need this one. Y'all better listen up. You got me? Straight up. You need to watch who you're friends with. On top of that, man, it can be really hard to find true community, face-to-face community. People don't know people anymore. People don't know people anymore because the way that technology and social media has overtaken the world, people don't really get to know people. People just see your highlight reel. They see your highlight reel. They see what we try to cast as who we really are, which in all reality is far stretch from who we really are, and ultimately probably the most shallow form of who we are is who we cast on social media. Let's just keep it 100. Yeah, I'm getting it now. I'm on it. Yeah, but if you don't think people have a desire to be known, look at social media, because people try to paint themselves in a certain way, longing for community and being known. And the reality in many mindsets, 100 likes fills that void for like 24 hours. So you have to really be careful. It would be so good for us to put down our phones and have a face-to-face conversation with somebody on a regular basis. That would be huge. So choosing friends and community is important to discuss among your tables. How do you do that? And what do you look for? Choosing community and friends is important. How do you choose? And what do you look for in choosing? Discuss that among your table for a couple minutes. Got about a minute left. All right. All right. So the question was choosing friends and community is important. How do you do that? And what do you look for? So I think we got enough time to hit all the tables. I'm curious if people have different things. So we'll start over here. What did you guys come up with first? Always positive. People that are always positive. Okay. Anything else? And not so dramatic, like somebody he knows. Okay. That seems pointed. What about you guys? What you got, Ricky? Listen to Ricky, man. Ricky trying to drop some wisdom on us. Somebody that what? It was going to be good. Like I could feel it. Somebody that makes a good impression of you, like somebody that makes a good impression of you. That's what I meant. You didn't get it. All right. Anyway, I was trying to do an impersonation of you. All right. Do you guys have anything you want to add? Yes. Okay. Okay. Middle table? What'd you guys come up with? Okay. Okay. Sure. Yeah. Okay. What did you guys back of the conversation? Did you guys come up with any humdingers, home runs? Okay. That's a dead giveaway. I don't hang out with people I don't like. That's why never mind. What about you guys? That's how I get to know somebody. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. What about you guys? I know we heard the power of positivity. I heard it. It is hard. Yeah. Most people feel weird in face-to-face conversations in today's age. Yeah. You guys listen. Okay. What about you guys? Funny's number one. If they ain't funny, we ain't hanging out. Okay. Smell fresh. I'm having to walk away from your table. All right. Obviously choosing friends is important. Now listen to this. Listen to this next line. Everybody, if you don't get anything else, I want you to pick this line up. Like this is retweetable. You ready? If you're ready, say I'm ready. Listen, the quality of your life is directly impacted by the quality of people that you choose to place in it. Okay? The quality of your life is directly impacted by the people that you choose to put in your life. So if you want to have a life that walks this track, but you choose to put people in your life that are going this way, where do you think you're going to go? I mean, it's that simple. The quality of your life is directly impacted by the quality of people you choose to place in it. So make the extra effort. Make the extra effort to choose your community wisely and choose them well. I promise you, by choosing the right people in the right community, you are going to end up on a journey that is only enhanced by their friendship, that is only enhanced by their advice and enhanced by their example. Too many people get drugged down by their friends. Their lives aren't enhanced at all. In fact, they're poisoned because they don't choose their community and their relationships wisely. So if you really want to take the adventure, the bonfire is all about the great adventure of getting to know God. And we talked about taking the great adventure of getting to know him. And the first discipline in getting to know God is the power of prayer. The second one is people. And if you've already practiced and been practicing prayer and you're ready to take that next step to people, here's how you do it. Okay. Are you ready? Okay. It's 3 people groups that I would tell you to look for. three people groups. And I ain't like red, yellow, black, and white. I'm talking about I'm about to explain this to you. Three people groups. The first people group, number one, is people that are ahead of you. People that are ahead of you. Everybody say ahead. This would be people that are ahead of you in life. A parent, a coach, a teacher, somebody from your church, or a pastor, a neighbor, a mentor, somebody that you see and have trust in, or feel like you could build a relationship that would lead to having trust, where you can come to them and expect to get good, solid feedback, honest feedback from them. Too many people blow fluff these days. Too many people lie to your face. Having somebody that's going to tell you the truth to your face is rare, but it's huge and it is crucial. And a four-wheeler just went by. Anyway, yeah, I'm not used to having those back doors open, seeing all kinds of stuff. So what's the first people group you want to look for? People that are what? Ahead of you. The second thing you want to look for is people that are alongside of you. Say alongside. These are people walking the same road as you, the homies, the crew, the people that walk with you day in and day out. These are the people that know you. Not just like know you on Snap and know you on Twitter, but they sit at your lunch table. They know you in the locker room. They know how you are on the weekends and who you are at home. These people are the ones that know you. And these people can truly hold you accountable because they are present. These people, man, I'm spitting like crazy up here. Anyway, these people can truly hold you accountable because they're present. It is so crucial. All these are crucial in choosing the right community with each one of these groups. But the people that you choose to walk alongside you, so crucial. People that can say, hey, man, I've noticed something going on with you. Are you good? Is everything all right? And people that are willing to do that. That's huge. So we've got people that are ahead of us, people that are alongside us, and then the third one, people that are behind us. Everybody say behind. Everybody say behind. I'm just kidding. So this is something that is overlooked by most people. People groups that are behind you are overlooked. Why? Because everybody's in such a rush to go forward, to get more, to grow, to do this, and nobody's ever like looking back and seeing the people behind them or the rubble that's left behind them. Most people are so focused on going forward. Man, this could be a sibling. Straight up, a lot of people have young siblings, and they lead them by a horrible example. They lead by a horrible example. You could be a young sibling, kid at school, in your church, wherever. I don't know. Man, when you begin to lead another person, you're going to learn a lot about yourself. So what are the three? Number one is people that are. Two is people that are. And number three is people that are. Okay, so those three things we're going to discuss at our table. How can having somebody that is ahead of you be positive community for you? So how can somebody that is ahead of you be positive community for you? Discuss it. Got about a minute left. Got about 20 seconds. All right. So what did you guys come up with on how can having people that are ahead of you be positive community for you? Let's go. We'll go with this side for this one. Back table. What did you guys come up with? How can having people ahead of you be positive community for you? You got a lot of old friends? Yeah. Yeah, actually, you probably do. Okay. All right. What did you guys come up with? Okay. Same thing. Having them old dudes that done went through it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, did you guys have something fresh? You looked like you had something fresh. Okay, yours is better. I like that. Okay. The effect of competitiveness. They better than me. Ain't about to stay that way though. I'm gonna bring them down. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So the next thing I want you to talk about at your table is how can having people alongside you lead to positive community? How can having people alongside you lead to positive community? And I didn't have this up there, but might as well throw it in, or negative. Your choice to discuss it. About 15 seconds left. 15 seconds. All right. So the question is how can having people alongside you lead to positive community? This side, Mike, y'all can go first. How can having people alongside you lead to positive community? Okay. 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 What about you guys? Meat, did you spit out some sick wisdom? Okay. Man, I'm trying to get in trouble with people. I ain't going solo. All right, what about you guys?
We were talking about two Christian friends. They go to a party, and it either goes one of two ways. Either they both don't do something, or they both do something.
Well, that ain't true. That ain't true. Okay. Okay. Power in numbers. Okay. You got anybody come up with anything new over here? Anything a little different? No? Okay. The next thing I want you to discuss is how can having somebody behind you lead to positive community? How can having somebody behind you lead to positive community? Discuss it. All right. All right. So what you guys come up with? We will go with Zapata was bringing the heat back there. What'd you come up with? Speak loud, Zapata. Don't be scared. Just help people go through situations you've been through. Man, that could be a Drake song, dude. You know what I'm saying? I just help people go through situations I've been through. Yeah. I like it, though. That's good. Okay. What about you guys? Addie, you was bringing the heat. You want to bring it? I need a little more energy, though. Okay. Speak loud. It's like I said it like 4 or 5 tables, man. Angels in the outfield. They always watching. Everybody. There's an angel with you right now. Sorry, I'm getting all carried away. Anybody else come up with anything a little different? Yeah, what'd y'all come up with? In preparation, yeah, I mean preparing to, yeah, absolutely, that's good. I like that. All right, so we've talked about why community is important. We've talked about why relationships are important, and we've laid out like the 3 groups that people need to have healthy community. So the last question that we're going to discuss at our tables, and it's like the main question, and I'm going to give you guys like 5 minutes here to maybe kind of be a little transparent with each other. I know, like we talked about, face-to-face conversations can be intimidating, especially even like any kind of transparent conversation. But my last question is, how are you when it comes to community? Do you have positive community in your life? Negative community in your life? Most of y'all's answer is probably going to be, I got both. But okay, so, which is probably the truth in all of our lives. But how is it? And then how has your community impacted your life so far this year? In 2018, how has your community impacted your life? So discuss that at your tables. How have you been when it comes to community? Hey, let me, because the first quote table I went to was a little confused. Let me specify. With the question, what I'm asking is how are your relationships impacting your life? That's my question for you. On a positive level, on a negative level, how have your relationships impacted your life in 2018? When I say community, I mean your relationships with the people in your life. Go. All right. All right. I'm gonna. Anybody got anything you want to share? I mean, I'm gonna call on a few people if nobody has anything. Like, yeah, I really want to. All right, hold up. Do you want the mic or do you? Okay, everybody, be quiet. Allie about to share.
kind of like in school, how teachers say, like, in a test, you go to, like, you do the things you know first, and then you go back to the things you don't. And it's kind of like in a relationship, like, I know this relationship is good, so I'm like, okay, I'm good with this, instead of being really worried about anything. And, like, bad relationships, you're always, like, stressed about it, and you're like, it's not going right.
Somebody else? The question is, how have your relationships affected you this year, positively or negatively, basically, and why? Zapata, what'd you say whenever I was back there? Speak loud, my brother. All right. Yeah. I mean, that's Genesis. Hey, y'all listen up. Genesis, what did you say? I asked you the question, would you say that your relationships affected you more positively or negatively this year? What was your answer? Why? Why? Because of the people you hang around. Why are they affecting you negatively? And then what was the next question? Why do I hang around them? You don't have to answer that. Anybody else have anything that you want to speak about? Okay. So in closing this out, listen, man, y'all ain't stupid. I mean, some of y'all dumb, but I mean, y'all ain't stupid. People play a huge role in our lives, and this ain't the first time or the last time that I or somebody else is going to stand in front of you and be like, be careful about the people that you place in your life. Yes. Okay, I don't like this, but go for it.
And I thought about you in this, and I feel like something in middle school.
Okay.
That happens a lot. You've got a friend that you've been with, that you're ride or die homies since like kindergarten.
Straight up, dude. Let's do it.
And boom, y'all are good friends. Y'all are like doing dumb stuff as kids, but it's like jumping off the slide, playground, nothing big. And then you get into middle school, and that best friend becomes a bad influence. Like, starts really going bad with stuff. How do you change that relationship? Like, and we can say, like, yeah, be a good friend. Is there a point that you have to, like, you know what I'm trying to ask? Like, if you can speak to that.
Well, from my experience, what I would say is that relationships naturally change as you get older. Like, there's a natural change because people just change. As people change, relationships change. And from my experience, I mean, my closest friends in middle school were not my closest friends in high school, and they're not my closest friends now. They're not really even my friends. And you're like, dang, dude, that's harsh. I'm like, yeah, you ain't gonna know nobody in about 10 years. But anyway, but the reality is as I got older, my interests, my style, my swag was too much for them. I'm just kidding. But I went a different way than they went. I was the grungy. Shut your mouth. That wasn't weird. But I was the grungy kid. Yeah, there it is. I was the grungy gangster, and they were more like the Abercrombie and Fitch dudes, and we just naturally went like this. And so my answer to that is there's going to be a natural progression of separation if your paths are going a different direction. Now, the problem can come whenever they're like, hey, man, when they kind of front you out like, man, why ain't we tight no more or something like that? Why aren't we friends anymore? And then it's pretty simple, honestly. This is where part of growing up and being adult comes into play, and you have to be honest with somebody. And it ain't got to be mean. It's literally just, man, words can tell a lot. And honestly, if you're honest, then I don't think that really necessarily has to come a time where you're like, I'm done. You can just be honest. And I think the relationship will continue to fade. where you can still be friends. I mean, like I still like social media, tell them happy birthday, my middle school friends on social media whenever it comes around, if I'm on there. But like that's as deep as our relationship goes. So that's just kind of a natural thing. Did that kind of speak on that? Okay. So man, I know that you guys know people play a huge role in our lives, and choosing the right community is crucial. Choosing your right relationships is crucial in getting to know God and just life in general. And the Bible is clear. Bible is super clear about the way people affect people and our need for community. Proverbs 27:17 says, as iron sharpens iron, one person sharpens another person. We need each other to be better. We need each other to sharpen each other, to become better people. We need community. Proverbs 17:17 says, a friend loves at all times and a brother is born for adversity. Man, what does that mean? It means you need people in the hard times. You're going to need a crew to row with you whenever you're struggling. It's not a solo game. So check this. People can be one of your biggest assets in life in general, and one of the biggest assets in getting to know God and getting to know him well. They can also be one of the biggest hurdles. So it's so crucial to choose wisely. You make the choice of your community. You choose who your relationships are with. You choose your crew. Choose wisely and be smart. So for the invitation time tonight, my question for you is, how is your community? How are your relationships? The honest truth is all of us probably have relationships in our life that affect us positively and others that affect us negatively. But the reality is, man, we need to be sharp when it comes to choosing our community and choosing our relationships. Some of you guys probably need to make some changes. Straight up, you're running with bad people. You're running with people that are going a different direction than you need to be going and probably want to be going. If you're going to hang around dog poop, you're going to smell like dog poop. It's that simple. So sometimes you have to sever ties, and not even in a harsh way, just a natural gravitation of I'm going this way and they're going that way. So, man, my guess is most of us probably don't have, I mean, we probably do, but we probably haven't consciously placed the 3 steps of healthy community. Most of us haven't purposefully selected people that are ahead. Probably did alongside, and then probably haven't behind. But man, those 3 things, man, are what the start of healthy community looks like. So just like 2 weeks ago when I challenged you to pray every day, I'm challenging you for the next week to take a hard look at your community. Take a hard look at your relationships. What do you want me to do? Here's what I want you. I want you to answer the question in your heart honestly. Are my relationships positive for me? Or are my community negative for me? It kind of starts right there. And then ask yourself, do I have people ahead of me that I can go to, that I can trust and trust to get solid, honest, biblical feedback from? That's crucial. Do I have people that are walking alongside me that I can trust to have my back and to be in my face if I need it? And do I have people behind me that are encouraging me and pushing me to live a better life, to be more of a good example? Check those 3 things out and make changes if necessary. Remember, man, discipline. I talked about discipline. It's a huge part of getting to know God because it takes discipline to continually do the things that lead to knowing God. So, and I'm going to pause right here. Just since we talked about keeping it 100 and being real, some of you guys are crappy friends. Some of you guys are lousy friends. You're like, man, that's kind of harsh stuff. Well, yeah, it is, but some of you guys treat people like junk. And you're like, man, why are you being so harsh? Because I'm sick of hearing about people and other people being at odds. And I hear about it. And I hear about you guys being at odds. And it makes me upset. And you guys know me well enough to know that I'm chill and I'm super laid back. Like, I heard 1,000 times, man, your Falls Creek's the funnest because you ain't got no rules. Erica's like, oh my gosh, he doesn't have rules. And I'm chill. And I can tolerate most things. But one thing I will not tolerate is members are not treating other students, members are not lousy. I can't tolerate that. And so what I'm asking for you is to nip that mess in the bud before I have to. Whenever I hear about students that ain't going to come to an event or a Wednesday night because of their relationship with somebody else that's coming or a group of people that's coming, last Christmas time-ish, I threw a chair because I was upset. It wasn't harsh, but I tossed a chair. It makes me want to do that. It makes me want to go insane. And I don't want to go insane, man. So, hey, this invitation time, I'm just going to ask everybody to bow their head and close your eyes. The first part of this is check your community. And the second part of this is get your daggum relationships right. Because I'm tired of dealing with, why ain't they coming? Well, so-and-so isn't in a good relationship. Well, I don't care if you're 10 or if you're 80. It's time to grow up. It's time to grow up. Community is crucial. Friendships, relationships are huge. And I'm going to be honest, man. If you find joy in making somebody else's life lousy, that's a lousy excuse for a human, much less a Christian. So I'm just going to, hey, there ain't no music. It's just me up here. And I know nobody in this room probably has the guts to do it. But if you're in this room and you know you got relationships that you need to get right, whether it be you got community in your life, you got community, people, relationships in your life that are affecting you way more negatively than they are positively, and you know you need to get right in order to pursue knowing God and knowing Him well. Or if you're in this room and you know that you're being a straight butt and making somebody else's life lousy, I'm going to ask you to take a minute and pray to God. If you want to come up here, that's fine. If you want to sit right where you are, if you want specific prayer for that, you can stand up and I'll come pray over you. But I'm going to ask you to take some time and pray for that for a minute. Father God, you call us to sharpen each other. You call us to be there for each other in hard times. You call us to carry one another's burdens. You call us to edify each other, encourage one another in love. You call us to come together in your name. God, I pray that everybody in this place would be what you have in mind for community, would be what you have in mind for relationships. I pray that you give those in this room that need the strength to, step away from the group they've been running with. Step away from the community that's affecting their life in a negative way. I pray you give them strength. I pray that you give the people that have been straight up living in sin and having poor relationships with people and maybe even being mean to people. I pray that you'd give them the strength to change, to make those relationships right. God, you are good. And you are so good, and we love you, and I'm so thankful that you have placed a group of students and a group of adults and many other people in my life, because my community is encouraging to me, and it builds me up, and it affects me in a positive way, and I'm so thankful for that. God, I pray that any student in this place that feels like they don't have community, feels like they're alone, God, I pray that they would find a community here. I pray that we would put our phones down and we would look around and we would engage each other in encouraging conversation and in worship in your name. God, I think that we take our community lightly. Honestly, I think we take you lightly. And God, I pray that we wouldn't be a people that just comes in and leaves without truly trying to engage and encourage and edify each other. You are so good, God. You are a beautiful God, and we love you. Amen. Praise band is going to come up here. We're going to finish the evening worshiping God. If you guys want to come up here in this open area and sing loud, that would be awesome.
Which one am I doing? This one, right? Yep, sure. It's heavy.
great the chasm that lay between us, how high the mountain I could not climb. In desperation, I turned to heaven and spoke your name into the darkness. Your loving kindness tore through the shadow of my soul. The work was finished, the end is written. Jesus Christ, my living hope. Who could imagine so great a mercy? What heart could fathom such boundless grace? The God of ages stepped down from glory to wear my sin and bear my shame. The cross has spoken, I am forgiven. The King of Kings called me his own. Beautiful Savior, I'm yours forever. Jesus Christ, my living hope. Hallelujah, praise the one who set me free. Hallelujah, death has lost its grip on me. You have broken every chain. There's salvation in your name, Jesus Christ, my living hope. Then came the morning that sealed the promise. Your very body began to breathe. Out of the silence, the roaring lion declared the grave has no claim on me. Then came the morning that sealed the promise. Your very body begins to breathe. Out of the silence, the roaring lion declared the grave has no claim on me. Oh Jesus, yours is the victory. Hallelujah, praise the one who set me free. Hallelujah, death has lost its grip on me. You have broken every chain. There's salvation in your name, Jesus Christ, my living hope. Oh, hallelujah, praise the one who set me free. Hallelujah, death has lost its grip on me. You have broken every chain. There's salvation in your name, Jesus Christ, my living hope. Oh, Jesus Christ, my living hope. Oh, God, you are my living hope. trust what you say, that you're good and your love is great. I'm broken inside, I give you my life. I may be weak, your spirit's strong in me. My flesh may fail, my God, you never will. I may be weak, but your spirit's strong in me. My flesh may fail, my God, you never will. Give me faith to trust what you say, that you're good and your love is great. I'm broken inside, I give you my life. I may be weak, your spirit's strong in me. My flesh may fail, my God, you never will. I may be weak, but your spirit's strong in me. My flesh may fail, but my God, you never will. I may be weak, but your spirit's strong in me. My flesh may fail, but my God, you never will. I may be weak, but your spirit's strong in me. My flesh may fail, my God, you never will. All our fathers saw in the days of old, would you do it again? Do it again. All the stories told and all the miracles, would you do it again? Do it again. You said, consecrate yourselves to me, and you will see amazing things. We need your revival, Holy Spirit and fire, burning ever brighter in our souls. Kings and kingdoms falling, hear your people calling. King of kings, we need a miracle. There's a time to sow and a time to reap. Would you do it again? Do it again. And there's a time to heal and a time to mend. Would you do it again? Do it again. Oh, you said, consecrate yourselves to me, and you will see amazing things. We need your revival, Holy Spirit and fire, burning ever brighter in our souls. Kings and kingdoms falling, hear your people calling. King of kings, we need a miracle. And the King King is among us, and His glory surrounds us, and His fire is falling as we sing. And the Savior is for us, and His love is victorious, and revival is rising in His name. And the King is among us, and His glory surrounds us, and His fire is falling as we sing. And the Savior is for us, and His love is victorious, and revival is rising in His name. We need your revival, Holy Spirit fire, burning ever brighter in our souls. Kings and kingdoms falling, hear your people calling. King of kings, we need a miracle. And the King is among us, and His glory surrounds us, and His fire is falling as we sing. And the Savior is for us, and His love is victorious, and revival is rising in His name.
Thank you, God, for bringing us here today, letting us all come together. God, please let us find who our real friends are and be around a positive group of friends, God. Let us go into this fall break and be safe, God. In your name I pray. Amen.
Got a couple of super fast announcements for you. You can just stay where you are. All right, some big ones, if I do say so myself. All right, Impact, we go into Six Flags. All right, so sign-ups start tonight. It's on that back table. You don't have to pay. It's $40. It's $40, and that's a heck of a deal. We're going November 19th. If you want to go, put your name on the list back there. Next. Yo, the winter retreat is December 27th through the 29th. It is going to be so dope. One of my really good friends, Josh Wagner, is going to be coming and speaking for us. He's sick. A worship band, Amplified Worship, is going to be coming and leading us in worship. It's going to be sick. It's just going to be sick. You need to be there. And then last but not least is Bonfire. Yo, this Saturday night. A lot of you guys haven't been yet. Y'all missing out. All right, who's been to Bonfire? Tell me, is it dope? It is super dope. But here's what you need to know. If you're going to come to Bonfire, you need to wear pants, and you need to wear dirty shoes, and probably long sleeves, because we get crazy up in here. I live way out in the Boone Hills, and, well, it gets funky. All right, hey, love you guys. Thanks for being here. Deuces. Hey, hold up. Ricky Hall has a friend who was injured yesterday at his football game, and he asked if we could pray for him. So we actually going to close the night out in prayer over Ricky Hall and his friends. So if you want to gather around, I'll pray for him. If you guys look, what's his name? Bolton. Cool name, like Michael. Bolton Spencer. All right, we're going to lift up Bolton Spencer, who was injured yesterday in a football game. God, I come to you right now. I just want to lift up Bolton to you, God. I pray that his leg injury would heal. God, I pray that they would be able to fix it and treat it well. I pray that it would heal back normal. God, I pray that Ricky would be an encouragement to him. I pray that he would use his opportunity to walk alongside somebody and build them up and be there for them in a struggle, God. And I pray that you give him the strength and the wisdom to do that. God, I pray that you do that for all of us as we leave this place. We love you, God. Amen.